Hey, you know, sometimes our greatest victories can soon follow in defeat. Paul and Barnabas have gone to Jerusalem in Acts chapter 15, and they have stood for the fact that we are saved by grace, that you don't have to follow the law, you don't have to be circumcised in order to become a Christian. What a great triumph. And then they go back home, and Paul says to Barnabas, let's go visit those churches that we've started. And Barnabas says, that's great. And then he wants to take, in verse 37 of chapter 15, Barnabas said, let's go take Mark with us. And Paul didn't think it was right because John Mark had deserted them in an earlier agreement. And they had such a sharp disagreement, the Bible says, that they separated and went their separate ways. So John Mark, he is kind of looked upon as a loser. He had failed in the time when they needed him the most. But Barnabas, son of encouragement, saw something in him that he felt like they should fan into a flame. But Paul wouldn't have anything to do with it. But John Mark was willing to serve. So Paul and Silas left, and John Mark and Barnabas left to go. Now I want to, like in television, they will they'll say so many years later. That's what happens in our text right now. If you turned over to 2 Timothy, you would see that John Mark, you would see that Paul is in a low point, and he says to Timothy, only Luke is with me. Get Mark and bring him, because he is helpful to me in my ministry. You see, John Mark, the one who deserted, came back and was helpful, was important. In fact, we believe that John Mark is the one who wrote the Gospel of Mark. What I'm trying to tell you is, failure is not fatal in the life of Jesus Christ. If we're willing to be able to serve and follow the Lord, failure is not fatal. So thanks for a man named Barnabas who had disappeared at this time. He's likely dead. But his encouragement brought about John Mark's successful ministry. I hope you'll think about some John Marks in your life that you can help. God bless you. I hope to see you soon.